What's going on, everybody? I'm Landon, and welcome back to another episode of Sneak Peek brought to you by Shoewear. I'm excited for another great episode today. Let's dive in. Alright, so last week we covered the Nike Dunk Low Community Garden, which retailed for $100, and of course I struck out on the sneakers app once again, but these are reselling at a pretty high clip for those who did cop. Most of them selling for at least quadruple their retail price at around $400 to $600, and definitely a fresh shoe, so I mean I can easily see why. But we have a bunch on upcoming shoes to be on the lookout for this week. So let's start off, and we'll just stay right here with Nike. So the Nike Dunk High has a few colorways dropping this week, and the first is the Spartan green, kind of meant to follow the Michigan State Spartans, that is. And they released Friday on the 18th for $120. And I'm not a huge fan of Dunk Highs, but Dunks are definitely in right now, so this should still be a shoe to go for at the very least. And the other Dunk High that we have on the way is the Michigan, even though Sneakers has these labeled as the maize and blue, but these are Michigan Wolverines right here. And these drop a week from today on the 23rd, and 120 as well on those. So we'll move on from the Dunk Highs, and there's an Air Max 1 on the way in a Limeade colorway. And these are, of course, a contrast to the Air Max 1 Limeade, if you've seen that shoe. And I like these a lot. The details on these, you know, like the word air being neatly organized all across the upper, and there's some limes and some lime slices on the insoles of the shoes. You know, they really just create an appealing design to me. And this shoe will be releasing on September 19th for $140. And last for Nike, we have another wave of these Space Hippies on the way, which makes this the third or fourth, maybe even the fifth different colorway on this model to drop. I'm honestly starting to lose track, but the Nike Space Hippie Astronomy Blue releases in just under a week on the 23rd, and that'll be for $130, and these are only going to be releasing in the third model, and that'll be in both women's and men's sizing. And just to clarify what I mean by third model, there's 4 different Space Hippie models that have been released, and these ones line up with the third model, and there's not a whole lot of difference in how they look between, you know, some of the models. In my opinion, some of them look really similar, but the majority of the Space Hippie shoes are made out of recycled materials. We've talked about that a few times in our video, but I mean, I've stated it for every other color on these. But you know, I'm a fan of this model, like I've said before, so be on the lookout for the Astronomy Blue Space Hippie 3. Alright, so last week for Jordan, we touched a little bit on the release of the Jordan 1 Craters as well as the Air Jordan 5 Oregon Ducks. But we have some exciting shoes to check out for this week of Jordan drops. So, you know, let's go ahead and get straight to it. And we'll start with my favorite upcoming Jordan drop for this week, and that is the Fragment collab on the Air Jordan 3, and that drops tomorrow on the 17th for $200. And I usually gravitate towards shoes that are flashy, you know, with multiple colors, but sometimes simplicity is more than okay, and that holds true on this shoe. You know, everyone needs to have some black and white shoes that you can rock with any clothes, any color of clothes, and this Orca color scheme is super clean. And if you have Fragment signature lightning bolts on the back, it really ties the whole thing together. And some people have said they wanted a little bit more going on with this collab, but these kind of follow a less is more route, and I'm a fan. You know, Fragment has put their touch on the Air Jordan Cadence coming up this week as well, in the particle gray colorway that you see here. And these will be dropping the same day on the 17th for $130. And these shoes are nice. You know, nothing really stands out to me to like or dislike. Make me like or dislike these shoes. I don't truthfully love that the whole shoe is gray, but you know, Jordan doesn't just put shoes out for my taste, and I know that. So once again, these as well as the Fragment Jordan 3s will be releasing on the 17th. And the last shoe for us to discuss for Jordan today is the Air Jordan 14 Hyper Royal, and that drops September 19th for $190. And the Air Jordan 14 is honestly a pretty funky shoe model to me, but I do like the distorted 23 that you see on the back of each shoe. The coolest thing about the Jordan 14s, for those of you out there that like Michael Jordan, is that this is a shoe that he wore during his final championship run during the 1997-98 NBA season. Alright, so for Adidas, they have some more Star Wars themed shoes on the way. So a while back, Adidas collabed with different Star Wars characters, you know, such as Yoda, R2-D2, Stormtroopers, and there's a few more on the way. So first, the Adidas Ultra Boost released in this cloud white color being labeled Princess Leia. And as you should be able to tell, that makes sense, seeing as her face makes an appearance on the tongue. And these will be retailing for $180, as most Ultra Boosts do. And they will be available on September 17th. And releasing on the same day for $140 is the Adidas NMD R1 V2 Lando Calrissian. And the details on both of these shoes are really nice. I don't know if I would consider myself a huge Star Wars fan. I've seen them all and I like them all, but pretty much all of these Star Wars shoe collabs that I've seen have been straight heat in my opinion. Alright, so we'll finish this episode up with some of my favorite upcoming sneaker releases to keep an eye on. So starting off on September 17th, the Nike What the Hybrid 2 releases for $140, and these are super dope because it's basically kind of a mix of designs from a few different Kyries, namely the Kyrie 4 All-Star, the Kyrie 5 Taco PE, and the Kyrie Have a Nike Day. And just take some time to look at the details on these shoes because there's a lot going on, but they are excellent. And also Adidas, I forgot to mention, Adidas has another Star Wars collab that I missed above in the Adidas Superstar model with the Darth Vader theme. And Darth Vader already made an appearance on an NMD R1 last year. And now the same color scheme found its way onto the Adidas Superstar. And those will be releasing on September 17th, retailing for $120. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this episode 10 of Sneak Peek. As always, we appreciate you guys for taking time out of your day to check us out. And once again, we just launched our website, where we sell shoes. So feel free to check that out. If you just click on the link in our bio and go head over to our social media, you can check it out there. And to stay up to date on upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, as well as everything else that we do, just click the link in our bio. But be sure to come back and check us out next week. But until next episode, I'm Landon from Shoewear. Peace.